You're watching Taste of Victory.
Hey guys, today we got starter deck versus starter deck gameplay for you guys to show you how great these new starter decks coming up alongside Booster Set 8 are. They are very strong and it's really cool to see that in this game. As you see, my opponent mulligans. We forgot to mulligan at the start of the game because we are playing with Ultimate Cup rules, the online ones. But as I was saying, the starter decks in this game are really amazing because we got like some good introduction to the game with the first starter decks. You know, they're kind of finding their footing back when the game first released, but like then the Paildramon starter deck came out, it was really good. Now this one comes out and it's really in-depth, introduces whole new mechanics, and offers a lot of competitive avenues. Like these are really great starter decks, like to buy out of the box or even to buy two up to put together for a full deck. And it's really impressive, so I just want to showcase that here with this gameplay back and forth between two starter decks out of the box, like first straight from the box. This is no adjustments to the list that comes when you buy just one copy. My opponent is playing the Mastemon starter deck, I am playing the Paildramon starter deck. So he has a rookie setup which let him search, and then we are going to go ahead and hard play our Wormmon. We digivolve the Stingmon in the back. We want to hold that champion to eventually hopefully draw into a blue level 4 to be able to digivolve into DNA Digivolve into Paildramon or Dinobemon. My opponent plays Darkness Waves, which you see the effect there. It searches trashes the top 3 cards of his deck, and then from the trash he gets to grab one card out of there. So that's an interesting way to like change up the usual search mechanic. He grabs the Woman from the starter deck, which is at 4 copies in this deck, I do believe. And the Woman is really great because it has that on-play security attack -2, I think it is, which synergizes very well with Mastemon's DNA ability to play a Digimon onto the field, level 5 or lower. That keeps you away from lethal so many times, which we will see in this duel. My opponent digivolves into Witchmon, which puts me at 1. It has a security effect to play itself for free at the end of the battle, and then on play you get to grab back one level 5 or lower purple card from your trash. So that's a really solid Digivolution because it puts us at 1 memory, which puts us in an awkward spot to play around. So we are falling really behind by not seeing that other blue level 4 to be able to DNA Digivolve. So I'm just going to go ahead and Digivolve up into the Paildramon, which was a misplay because he has only 2 copies out of the box of the starter deck. So we should have gone into Dinobemon, who is slightly less impactful, to be able to hold our Paildramon to push for game when we finally see the other Digimon to DNA Digivolve for free. Our opponent simply Digivolves into the Lady Devimon, which lets him reveal the top 3, discard a card from your hand to reveal the top 3 cards, and he gets to search for a yellow and or purple Archangel and the other cards that the other archetypes that are on screen. So that does let him grab the Mastemon, which is fantastic, so he's able to make big plays off of that. That passes us to 1 memory again, doing a really good job of efficiently memory choking us. We digivolve into the Wormmon to cycle, and we do finally see that blue level 4. We're going to go ahead and swing, get advantage with Paildramon first because his attacking effect lets him unsuspend, and he has 8,000 DP, so really likely to live. So we live that check, revealing the Woman because we are 8,000 DP while it is only 6,000. We swing a security again, revealing the rookie, so that is good, letting us live, to then be able to digivolve into the Paildramon from the starter deck. And Paildramon, when digivolving, lets us play a level 4 or lower blue or green Digimon from the stack, both of them. So it also lets us activate any of the on-play effects of those Digimon. So the Vmon lets you search top 3 cards for a free type Digimon and add it to your hand. So we're able to grab the rookie blocker off of that. That puts him at 3 memory, which is a generous amount to work with, unfortunately. It does, you see, let him go into the Gatomon, who has an inheritable effect, end of turn, lets you DNA Digivolve. And he is going to use that because the Digivolution, or rather the effect of Gatomon, also lets you Digivolve into an Archangel type, Angel type Digimon for the reduced cost of 1, which is insane, letting him DNA Digivolve into Mastemon and still put us at 1 memory. So now he gets all the effects of it too, as you saw on screen. He's able to put a level 5 or lower from his trash into the security, and then because he DNA'd, he is able to play a level 5 or lower purple or yellow from that security onto the field. And then Mastemon's effect will go off, which lets it delete something of equal level or less to the Digimon you just played from your opponent's side of the field. So the Woman on play lets him give security attack -2 to our Paildramon, and then he deletes the Stingmon. So that puts us pretty, not terribly far behind, but definitely puts him back into a situation where he's not being threatened lethal, at least not this turn. We reveal the Gatomon, so that deletes our Wormmon, but now here we have to be careful with our swings, because we cannot lose this Vmon, because otherwise we have no way to go into a level 4 without paying the full 3. And then instead we're just going to not swing the other guy either, because again we would have to get so many bodies out to be able to DNA Digivolve next turn. So instead we're just going to go ahead and memory choke him, go into Stingmon. Hopefully Vmon is able to survive next turn and DNA then. He reveals the he swings with Mastemon, which is security attack +1 because of the Angelwoman inheritable. He reveals the Paildramon and then the Hell Masquerade, which adds itself to our hand, which is very clutch to hopefully beat over our opponent's Mastemon. He then plays the Night Raid, letting him play a purple rookie from his trash, and that purple rookie Ghostmon is a blocker. So that's really cool that the starter deck lets you play out a 2-cost blocker basically, even if it is a rookie. And because of Mastemon's effect, since he played a level 3, he is unfortunately able to delete our Vmon, so now we're going to have to rely on the hard play effect of X Vmon to play it for only 3. So we have the Spiral Masquerade, and now we're able to threaten his Mastemon to get that off of the board. So now he has to make the hard choice of, is he going to block with the Ghostmon or is he going to let it go through? So either way, even if he does block, he does get to protect his Mastemon, but because of the piercing part of Hell Masquerade, we do get the security check there, so he's down to 1. We have a guy in the back, 2 bodies on board now. Then we play the X Vmon, which plays itself for only 3 costs, putting him at 2 because of its on play effect, since we have a green Digimon out. And then that lets us, because we have Wormmon inheritable in the stack, that lets us, even though we pass turn, DNA Digivolve. We're going to DNA Digivolve into Dino Vmon because of its effect that you saw on screen there. So we can suspend one of his Digimon and then stop it from unsuspending. And this does work on a Digimon that is already suspended, so since Mastemon has security attack +2, we're going to stop that to keep lethal away from our board this turn. He does have that inheritable on the Salamon, so he's able to DNA Digivolve again into a Mastemon, even though he passed turn. So that is huge momentum now, because he's going to get to play out another Digimon, another Angelwoman, which gives my big Paildramon -2 security attack and deletes our, unfortunately, our Dino Vmon, because it is a level 5 Digimon, which is the same as Angelwoman is, so Mastemon's effect deletes it. We do have the other Hell Masquerade that we checked off as security, so we're going to play that to get plus 2000 DP, and because he himself is blue and green, it does get the piercing effect, so we're able to at least remove one of the Mastemons, which is fantastic, even if we don't get the security checks because of the Angelwoman that he played out earlier, making it so we have security attack -2. It's fine, because this at least keeps lethal off board with our blocker that we have now in our rookie. So as you see there, we were actually at 1 memory, and he only costs 3 to play, so I corrected the incorrect amount of memory I gave him there. He should be at 2 instead of 3 there, so I just fixed that there. He's going to go ahead and swing with the Mastemon, because it has security attack +2, and that will give him lethal here. However, he forgot that we have blockers, so we're going to block with the rookie there. And that unfortunately does throw away the lethal that he had that turn. Either way, we would have been able to stop it, even if we let that through and then block the Angelwoman. He hard plays another Angelwoman, which does give security attack -2 again to our Paildramon. That Paildramon has not been able to put in too much pressure on the security of this duel. It's hilarious. But we go ahead and Digivolve into the Wormmon for that free draw. We just see another one, so it didn't help too much as a cycling. We need to be able to clear board here to be able to stay another turn in the game, since we do have 2 security. Because of the Monimon inheritable, we do have plus 1000 DP since there's a blue guy out, so we're able to at least trade with the Mastemon, because it does have higher DP than the Paildramon without it. So because he gave us so much memory as well by hard playing it, we are able to hard play the X Vmon, and then we are able to DNA Digivolve into the Dino Vmon, so we're able to stun one of the Angelwomons, and that lets us buy us another turn, because he could swing with the rookie in the back, he could swing with Angelwoman, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't seem to be able to DNA Digivolve without passing turn here, so it would not be able to get the free swing that you get when you DNA Digivolve. Here I'm just debating if we're going to play the Hell Masquerade, because I'm wondering what can he do if I leave 2 of those out, if he like progresses somehow, if he DNA somehow. But yeah, it's not too big of a worry, because he can't. I remember that he can't like DNA Digivolve with two yellow level 5s. He needs a yellow and a purple. So instead of swinging with the Pierce, since it's already stunned anyways, we're going to head and swing at security. He forgets for a second that he can't suspend because of Dino V's DNA Digivolving effect. So that does again keep us away from lethal. He plays Darkness Wave, which is only at 1 cost to help him search for the top 3 of his trash, and then grab something to his hand. So it doesn't look like he actually hit anything off of that, so that all goes to the trash, which is real. Or actually, I believe he's just putting it all there at once so he could search later. There you go, that's what he does. So he grabs the Mastemon, which is really fantastic search there. Good option to have. So he cannot DNA Digivolve here, but he can regularly Digivolve into, so it's a good grab there. He swings with the Salamon. He's going to discard for the effect, and then Duel Beamon, so that deletes the Salamon. Now he has a chance to swing here, put us at 0 security, or he could just hard use one of them to Digivolve and keep pressure on board. So he's going to swing at security, Duel high DP, so that does end up deleting his 6000 DP Digimon. And then he does just go ahead and Digivolve for the full cost into the Mastemon. So he is able to add something to his security, and then, but unfortunately because he didn't DNA Digivolve, he's not able to play something then out for free, level 5 or lower. So instead, we got 2 swings here. We have the Megadeth just to be safe. If anything goes wrong somehow, we can bounce that because Dino B is blue and green, so we're able to play it. So bounce that to get rid of any fears. Check security, it plays itself for free, but it doesn't do anything really effective that'll change the game in this point. So we swing with the Sneemon, and that is game. If you haven't heard, like, Haze is a really fantastic player, and this is just a great testament to how skilled he is to make this starter deck gameplay back and forth. Like, these are starter decks out of the box, and that this was such an interesting and fun back and forth is genuinely amazing. I had a lot of fun filming this, and I hope you guys are excited for the upcoming starter decks after having seen this, because these are genuinely the best we've had in the game yet, and they are fantastic entry points to get like a really usable deck for your locals tournaments and even regionals and stuff. So let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.